weeks away from the season 4 premiere of Game of Thrones, and I'm starting to get that antsy, excited feeling. And because I'm so excited for Game of Thrones coming back, today I'm gonna be talking about my favorite female characters from Game of Thrones. Don't worry guys, there won't be any book spoilers in this video, but make sure you have seen the show, because if you haven't, there may be some spoilers for you. Alright, so starting off, one of my very favorite characters from Game of Thrones is Brienne. I love Brienne. She's tough, she's strong, but at the same time, on the inside, she is like soft and caring and loving, and she's not just like this crazy mean lady warrior. She's just so dynamic. And that is one of my very favorite things about George R. R. Martin, is the fact that he writes complicated and complex characters. It's amazing. These characters are so complex and we still don't know everything about them. And some of them we don't know anything about them, which is so fascinating to me. Kind of makes me mad when people say that Game of Thrones is sexist and all they do is portray women in a bad way, but I completely disagree, especially if you've read the books. Brienne is just all around awesome, and I really love the fact that she and Jaime have such a hilarious relationship. I mean, when you look at Jaime, you're like, this guy doesn't care about anything, yet there's something about Brienne that he keeps caring about. And I think that's a quality she has, which is really great. She can kick butt, she can fight, she wants to be one of the dudes, she wants to protect people, and at the same time, she's a woman, and deep down, she's just so caring, and she's loyal, and oh gosh, she's so loyal. And I love her. Brienne is just such an amazing character. And I really like how they're portraying her on the show. I think they're doing a really good job with that. Alright, so another one of my very favorite female characters in Game of Thrones, Margaery Tyrell. Oh my gosh. Not only is she played by Natalie Dormer, who is like the best actress ever, I love her so much, but Margaery is such a mystery character. We don't know hardly anything about her. Like, this woman knows how to play the game, and she's smart, and I think she's calculating. And that's what's so fascinating about her, is the fact that we don't really know exactly what's going on in her brain like we do some of the other characters. And that's what's so fascinating about Margaery, is that she's kind of this big mystery that I really hope in the next few books he really starts to explore her character and we can find out exactly what she's about, because I want to know what's going on in her head. Is she this 100% nice and sweet and loving person who knows how to play the game? Or is she a little bit more cold and calculated like Cersei? So that's the thing that is so fascinating to me, that I love about Margaery. She's just got this air of perfectness. Like, she's perfect. And you look at her and you're just like, wow, like she's a queen. Like, she just has this whole persona about her. And even the people of King's Landing love Margaery. Like, she's just so loved, and I love her character. And it's so hard to talk about her because I love her so much and I'm just so fascinated by her, and I want to know more. I want to know more about Margaery. Alright, Cersei. Oh my gosh, love Cersei. And a lot of people are like, what? Why do you love Cersei? She's a villain, but there's something about Cersei that, and it's from reading the books, it's not from the show. So if you haven't read the books, read the books, and then let's talk about Cersei, because she is an incredible character. Incredible. Like, I don't even have words. I'm trying to come up with words to describe why I love this character so much. It's because in the books, you get inside of their heads. The chapters are written for the character. So you hear her thoughts, you know what she's thinking, and you figure out why she is the way she is. And the show is exploring that more and more and more, so I don't want to give too much away, but you really do find out why she is like this. I mean, all she wanted to do was be a boy with her brother. Like, I mean, her and Jaime were inseparable growing up, and everyone confused one for the other, and then, you know, she's just a woman, and I think she has always wanted to just be a man and be treated like a man and be able to rule like a man could. And she's just so fascinating of a character. And, you know, I understand her methods aren't exactly the best, but you gotta hand it to Cersei. She's a very smart woman. and very, very interesting. I love reading about Cersei. I love watching her being portrayed on the show. Lena Headey is just perfect. And knowing where it's going in the future, I'm just so excited to see them transform that. I know I keep talking about the books, I'm sorry. I'm not giving spoilers away though. These are all things that you should know from watching the show so far. Alright, and now I think you guys know who I'm going to talk about next, but Dany is one of my favorite characters in Game of Thrones, if not my #1 favorite. It's really close. Daenerys Targaryen. Khaleesi. She is an awesome, awesome character. I mean, she has dragons. I feel like I could just end the conversation there and you'd all be like, yeah, we get it. We know why she's your favorite. Yeah, she's just, I mean, there's not another character like her. She has an amazing journey, especially for being like a young child as she is in the books. Her journey is just absolutely amazing. I mean, there are all these storylines going on in Game of Thrones, but Dany is just making her way city to city and just building this gigantic army. And for a woman so young to do that, I think that is so amazing. I love the fact that she's still a bit naive. If you're comparing her to like how Cersei thinks, Cersei is not naive. She knows exactly what she's doing. She knows exactly what's going on. And Dany is getting there. She's definitely getting there. She's a character who has grown probably the most out of everyone. And she just is, she's getting there, but she's still a little naive and she's learning. And that's what's so fascinating, is because you watch her learn and you can watch her grow. And that is so awesome. And it's so exciting to see where they're going to take her with the dragons and everything. Dany is just an amazing character who has been through so much. Absolutely so much. I mean, Dany and Sansa, I mean, they've been through so much, poor girls. They've been through so much and still can rise above and conquer. So that's something that I really love about Dany. And she has dragons, and dragons are the best. I wish I could make a video talking about all of the female characters from Game of Thrones, because every single one has something amazing about them and has very amazing qualities. I mean, Sansa and Arya are amazing characters too. I can't talk about every single one because they're all very great and they all have these amazing qualities about them. And like I said, George R. R. Martin writes complex women, and I love that. I love that you can have these amazing complex characters, and even men too. It's not just the women. It's so fascinating to see what's going on in their brains in the book and then watch them translate that to the screen. So cool. But I want to hear from you. Who are your favorite Game of Thrones females? And also, what do you think of the ones that I mentioned? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.